Welcome guys, Life's a Game back once again with yet another exotic gifts for random agents guys, number 55. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Highly appreciate it guys. I'm going to try and do my best to keep this content coming. Lots been going on with me during the summer guys. I'm doing my best to keep up with it. But yeah, we're just all taking it one step at a time guys. We have a Tidal Basin run here. And to be honest with you guys, this run was with some very new agents that actually didn't really know this mission like that. I don't think we had the DPS right to start off. You know, agents at times end up leaving and whatnot. So we're going to go through the whole shenanigans here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take you through this. I'm going to go ahead and cut it down because this was an actual long run, guys. This was an actual 3-hour run. So, like, as I said, every group you run with, it can definitely totally vary. So what I was telling them here, guys, is that they definitely just wanted to keep back here within that sense, within that right. I'm just going to go ahead and respectively go over the agents right now, I guess, as we're just about getting started, guys, as we're just about getting started. Hope you enjoy the vid. But the first agent, it's Arrow, LOL. He was one of the newer agents for sure. I think he was Shade in the Shade 100s, possibly below 150 or maybe above it. Can't quite remember. I can't see the number right here as of right now. But he was just a rookie agent, but he was doing a good job of doing his best to follow directions and whatnot. And I always talk about that, guys. It's just about communication and being on the same page and having cooperation. That's what it's all about, guys. Staying patience, distance, focus. This agent, he did a pretty decent job of doing that within this mission, as you guys shall see. There was times, like I said, when they learn, there's always room for a learning process, but it is what it is. And then the next agent from DFA clan, Finu. Finnu. He was doing pretty he was playing like all right, like for the most part. This guy played okay. He started off with us, but like I said, he seemed okay, but like I said, it didn't seem like they were used to this content at all. They didn't seem like their DPS was there. I gotta admit about them, I gotta be honest. Definitely they definitely are still a work in progress, so I encourage them, if you do come across this video, continue to work on your build, continue to work on your you know, your skill within this mission. Not this mission specifically, only just, you know, legendary overall. I don't say that to be negative. I say that to be just, you know, just to be honest. And just, you know, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And the more you'll be able to endure, obviously. So there's that. So for the most part, I'm an okay agent overall. But as far as being in Legendary Manning or Tidal Basin, I wouldn't say they're the greatest at that. Or any legendary mission at that. They still need definite work. Although decently solid all around, I would say. And then we have Red Charatoga. He definitely had a great build. It's kind of funny later on in the mission how he kind of mentioned you know, and I always talk about this, guys, whether he could run legendary or whatnot, and whether he was ready. And I'm saying that despite your shade or whatever it might be, I was like, he had a beastly shield build, very similar to the build I'm actually forced to equip down the road, like the shield build. And I honestly say forced in the sense like of a way of saying, in a way of saying, of course, like with this group, I understood that they were new, most of the agents in here, and I just had to go to my 4 directive legendary build. It's the build that I beat this mission in with 4 directives on legendary as well as Tidal Basin. So I had to revert to that one. This isn't the one right here as you're seeing with the St. Elmo's. This one was kind of like a little more lethal, chillish type build because I had the St. Elmo's, although I could have had my capacitor on this one to make it stronger. But the shield just wasn't giving me enough cover considering how fast these enemies were coming in on us. Our team, obviously, all together, guys, did not have the DPS, obviously, so there was that. But there are still ways to get it done, guys. With patience, distance, focus, you can always get it done. So you're seeing it here. We're battling, we're staying back on the hill, so, you know, we're starting off. It's always a little hectic starting off, guys. So this part, yeah, like I said, some of these parts took a little longer than usual. But we'll respectively get through each one of them, guys. But, yeah. So you're seeing us here. And they can take long, guys, depending on which team you're running with, respectively. These missions can take quite some time. Gotta be honest with you. That all comes down to the build that you're running. Not only the build you're running, but also the team that you're running with. Most importantly, or more importantly, guys, I more or less meant the team you're running with. It more or less comes down to. So you see us working in and out here, guys. You see us working in and out. And I was just respectively emphasizing what I was saying earlier, guys, just because it does matter, like in the sense of like every team you run with is different. So every single time I run these guys, you can check all of my exotic gifts for random agents, legendary missions. With randoms, you'll see each one of them are different. It could be the same legendary mission. The enemies will move a lot different each time. So like I said, legendary enemies are unpredictable. So it just depends on which team you're running with. And if you have a team that doesn't really have DPS and they're also not really, you know, like knowledgeable in the mission in that way, they're not really, they don't know it like that, haven't played it like that, they're probably not skillful in it like that. That just makes everything that much more harder, guys. So there was a lot more talking going on here. I was letting them know a lot of things, how to run it. As you see, its arrow kind of went up there a little bit. He died like in not the best position at all. That's a bad spot for this area. Not the worst though, although because he was behind something, but nonetheless still. But if one of them have a revive hive, I'm sure one of them definitely end up getting him back up out of there. And you see me here, guys, with the Saint Ammos, just having some fun with it, guys. You know what it is, just having some fun with it. Trying to get these guys. I was trying to, like, you know, pinpoint them, but the fun quickly changed, guys, because it was like, okay, it's going to be a grimy one. It's looking like, you know, usually the first part's never usually this gritty or nitty-gritty to start off. So it's like, it's not ever like, you know, this trying. So it's like, I knew right from here, I was like, okay, so it's either they're going to have to get used to it or we're not going to be able to get this done down the road if we're having this much trouble at the opening phase, which in all legendary missions is, to be honest, the easiest phase of the mission most times, despite the quick burst, because you guys all know what I mean that play legendary normally, the quick burst and whatnot. It always comes in the beginning, so you always got to just remain patient. And as you're seeing right there, guys, up there, earlier, obviously, you saw Finu go down, so you saw Arrow go down up there, and legendary 102 knowledge for sure is if you see somebody die in a bad spot, you don't go after them and try and help them, because it's going to put you in a bad spot. You're going to end up dying, and then now that puts the entire team at a detriment. So there was just so many different things, guys, and I know how this can be with randoms, because I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, you might watch a lot of content creators run this, or run this with Discord agents, close friend groups, clanmates. That's how they run this. They do not run this with random agents, a lot of them. It's just them alone and 3 other random agents, such as what I'm doing right here and what I've always been doing in each one of these series episodes. So it's like everybody has their expertise. I'll say it like that. And like I said, guys, I think you know, a lot of times when people try this out, they'll learn to cherish a lot of times these videos, because it's like it's definitely no easy feat. Like your skill has to show, definitely has to shine more so when running these missions. And it's all just about patience, distance, focus, guys. Realistically, really. You guys can exercise that, that's how you win. That's how you win with like any group you run with, or give them the best chance at winning. But you also have to have a great build, guys, too. It's not just one-sided. You can't come in here with a potato type build and expect to, like, you know, do anything in here. And unfortunately, a lot for me, guys, I always seem to get agents on my team like that. Ever since I stopped, like, you know, I used to kind of check builds a little bit, but ever since I kind of stopped doing that, you know, I've been getting some people on my team where I'm like, you know, but at the same time, I've been getting some other people on my team with low shade that have been super, like, good. Like that, I wouldn't think that would have been good. And shade's just a number, guys, as I said, but shade usually is an indicator of how long the agent has respectively been playing the game. You know, how long the agent has respectively been running and playing the game. That's usually what the shade indicates, or rather how much time they have to play it. But any decent enough agent that has been playing this, considering how long it's been out, is going to be at least 1k shade and above, like by now at this point. Anybody below that is probably is most likely, I'm gonna go ahead and say, is somebody on the newer spectrum. So a lot of these guys might be on the newer spectrum, for sure, unless it's like another mule character or whatnot, you know, another alt character or whatever. But it just, that all just depends, guys. But you saw us get by here. You saw some practice patience, distance, focus there. And we are continuing to move up, guys. We are continuing to move up. And yeah, Legendary Tidal Basin, guys. This one is never easy. This one is never easy. You know, at times it could look that way. Sometimes watching it on YouTube or watching it on various social media platforms, it's never that easy. But I'm going to go ahead and skip past this part right here, guys, just so we can get to this spot faster, I assume. But you know what? I guess there might be no reason to, because we actually do a pretty good job of getting here fast. But during this fight here, we respectively will have to skip at some point because it does get to the point where it's like it's going back and forth for quite a bit. We honestly wouldn't want this video to touch anywhere near the 3-hour mark, obviously. Like I said, guys, if there's a want to do all this stuff, then yeah. But I meant, guys, in the sense that if there's an actual want to actually see all of this, the entire like video in its entirety, go ahead and let me know within the comment section, and I could always work on uploading that. But I don't know. It's a 3-hour video, so I mean, it just is what it is. Okay, guys. So starting this part off, I was just kind of telling them to kind of just get cover on that left ledge there because these drones are coming in. And by God, guys, in this run, goddamn, these freaking drones, guys, they were like, they're spamming the hell out of them in like a way I haven't seen them much. Like, I mean, it was coming like, they were coming at us like very, very hard. And it was like, they just kept spamming them like very hard. And it was just like, we just couldn't get, as you're seeing here, as you're seeing us try to battle, it was hard for us to get a footing on them. And it wasn't actually until this specific spot right here that I realized, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to change my build to something that'll better reflect our situation and what we're dealing with, guys. Usually I wouldn't use my 4 directive legendary build, but whenever I have to take that out and use it, that's usually when everything, you know, kind of mellows out more so, you know, and the game's being cheap. You know, we all have to have that build because it's like, you know how this game can get at times. So you're seeing us battle here, guys, and that just goes testament to, like, you know, just the knowledge of the mission and the know-how, and me just have running it multiple times. And you know, it comes with the experience, guys. It's just one step at a time, obviously. But as you guys are obviously seeing here, let's see, we're pushing up right here. Not too pushing up far, not pushing up too far, but we're just kind of trying to monitor them, guys. Trying to monitor these guys that have a heal box out. And these goddamn drones, guys, like, they were like just so like near us. It was crazy, like how like near they were of us. They were like right on us, like all the time, as you're seeing. These guys were laser pinpointing us, laser beaming us with their sights. So it was like there was also that. So I was just kind of telling the gang here, guys, just to kind of, you know, just remain patient, distant, and focused, guys. I can't say it enough. That's why I say that all the time. We have to practice that method at the highest level. Considering our team, we definitely didn't have the DPS or anything close in that right. But we had it decent enough, at least with who we have right now. It was decent enough to at least, you know, keep these guys honest. And as long as we just kept grinding it out, I was telling them just keep hacking at it like an axe at a tree, and eventually we'll get the timber, and you'll eventually get the fall. That's kind of like what I was more or less just, you know, pinpointing at, because I could see how it was going. I was telling them, watch for the drones, guys, and that's one thing you want to do definitely right here, guys. If you're watching this, new to it or whatever, you want to watch for these drones. And by the way, we have no modifiers on, guys. No modifiers. I never run with modifiers. I feel the devs could add more content rather than modifiers. I mean, I do know modifiers make it stronger. Matter of fact, I don't even know if the devs tailored this mission, assuming that players would use modifiers or wanting players to incorporate modifiers into their respective build. I know I don't use them, guys. Never needed to. I just know I did my homework on my builds well before you know, any modifiers were released, and all I was respectively looking for, guys, is just more new content. More new areas to test our skill, more new legendary missions, first and foremost, of course. That's pretty much it. But, you know, like I said, hopefully the devs have something up their sleeve, guys. Year 7, you know what it is. When you see me going back here, I'm switching to my capacitors. I'm like, I think I'm going to need a different gun. So we're going back over here right now, guys. Approximately, let me see, we are 14 minutes in. Okay. So you see us taking these guys out, guys, and what you want to do right here, I'm just going to go ahead and say it right here. Anybody watching this right now, respectively, what you want to go ahead and do right here is you always just want to just remain patient. This is where the patience part comes in at the most lethal level, because if you don't remain patient, you start getting antsy. You want to go in there, you want to rush in, you break like another rule, you're not remaining distant, and then like it just gets to the point where the enemy can pick you off and they're just drawing you out. So you kind of want to just, you know, as long as you know you have a decent amount of DPS, like to harm them from where you're at, or hurt them comfortably, not comfortably, but hurt them decent enough, I'd say. Decently enough, then you can definitely pick your spots. You can totally sit back and just like literally pick them off from behind this wall, but you still want to be cautious of the bombs and also the drones coming around the corner fast. The suicide drones coming around the corner that just explode upon close impact. You want to watch for those guys because those can get people off the guard. So it's just about knowing the rhythm of the room, guys. That's literally what it comes down to in Legendary most times, which is what challenging and difficulties like Heroic do not display in this form, in this way, shape, and form. It does not display it like that. But it does give you like a little insight as far as like, you know, just having a decent enough, good enough build that can hurt enemies. I guess I could say that much. While at the same time, that kind of only goes so far as well, because it's like there's certain builds that you can have in Heroic that won't really do much to Legendary. So, yeah, guys, let's do the homework on the builds. Do the homework. I'm sure it's not the hardest thing to do that. There's everybody and their grandpa coming out with builds on YouTube, Twitch streams, I'm sure, about various different builds. So I'm sure it's not the hardest thing to find a build, which is why in my channel, guys, I don't really make builds to focus, because I'm like, there's so many great builds around, there's so many content creators, making builds that actually do help, that are actually lethal and strong if you can make them in that way. But it's like, at the end of the day, that's not going to help you defeat the Legendary mission. So my goal on my channel here, guys, is to kind of just show you guys how to do the Legendary mission. Once you've done your homework on the build, you want to kind of check these videos out and start realizing and start seeing how you pick your angles, how you pick spots, literally how to run a Legendary mission, you know, like just how to do it. You just want to know lethally how to do it. It's like somebody like swimming. You could be the greatest swimmer, but if you don't work on your cardio, you don't work on your stamina or nothing like that, you're not going to be able to win many competitions. Although everybody could probably see when you get in the water, initially you're like the best swimmer that's there, like fastest, everything. They're like, man, this guy's going to take it home, or this girl's going to take it away. But then when the competition starts and you start getting tired and you have to do a certain amount of back and forth swims, you start losing pace. And sure enough, everybody starts seeing that while they are the best and they are the fastest, they can't maintain pace. They eventually start giving up. And then, like, you know, it's like they're just not able to do it. So I just say that, guys, to say initially on what I was going on in my pass point, is that although having a great build can prove highly beneficial, guys, and it will, it does not give you the Legendary experience needed, like from the grit of knowing how to move, like that Legendary grit. So that's what a godly build will not give you. That's only experience in that mission will give you. So, like I said, guys, I come across many agents with excellent builds that just drop like water from a sink, you know, when they're trying to run this, because they just don't know the angles, they don't know how to run it. They have a great build, but they just do not know the angles. They don't know the pace of the enemies, the smartness of them, the AI, how the AI is kind of playing chess with you. They don't get it, like how that works. So it's like, if you don't know that, it doesn't matter how strong your build is. You'll down a couple enemies, yeah, here and there, but after that, like once the mission really starts getting into it, the grit really starts coming, you're gonna go down very, very, very fast. You're gonna most likely be the first person in the entire group to go down. So it's like, despite having probably the strongest DPS or whatever it is. So you just want to make sure that you have like a balance all around too, in that sense. And if you do have a lot of DPS like that, or whatever you're running, just make sure that, you know, your team has a healer. Unfortunately, I guess like right here, guys, I don't think we started off with one. Although I will say down the road, we definitely do end up finding a healer or whatnot. But as of right here, right now, we didn't have one that started all off here. We were just working here for quite some time, guys. For like a bit. So we're going in and out. I'm just trying to show you guys just a little bit of it, how to move, how to work, because anybody can talk about it or whatnot, but it's like, it's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to actually demonstrate it and have people actually see it happen actually in an actual video in real time, and how to move and exactly what to do. Then your mind you'll get like a better picture of, okay, you got to move like that. Okay, I get it. It's more or less like that, guys. That's what I'm more or less trying to do, because this doesn't do it justice a lot. A lot of the videos I'll see where people just do like, you know, 10 minutes, 7 minutes on like a build and just a quick showcase, doesn't do anything like nearly as enough like to show how to run that build. I'm not saying that build's bad, but it's like you got to know how to run the content, guys, as I said before. So you're seeing us take these guys out from a distance. I'm utilizing my capacitor, guys. I'm utilizing my capacitor because I was chilling on the St. Elmo's, but I realized with the group I was like, okay, I'm gonna need all the firepower I can get, this is I believe my second strongest DPS build on this character, at least. It's just my main character, and it's all I really need in most legendary missions, guys. It usually melts everything. It's fine. Like whenever we have like a decent enough group that has a DPS, everything's there. The knowledge is there. As you guys are seeing me hit these guys, you're seeing me take off decent amount of life on these enemies. And you're seeing us kind of like, just able to hit them and do decent enough damage, or at least myself, for that matter. I'm not saying all of my teammates didn't have a DPS like that, but I believe maybe 2 out of the 4 of us didn't have it. So I think I had it from the distance I was, and I believe Charatoga possibly may have had it too. I'm not sure if it's Arrow had it. I'm not sure at all, because how low his shade was and just not having the experience with it, I wouldn't predict that it was him. Charatoga had a build where he could Charatoga had a build where he could actually stand in front of these guys a lot and actually shoot while they're like hitting him a lot, with this heavy shield build, which I had a build like that too that I turned into later on after this. My 4 directive legendary build, of course, 4 directive conquering legendary build. But yeah, he had a great build, guys. He had a great build, and the whole thing about it, guys, was just how he was able to sit in the pocket basically and not take any damage. Okay, guys, so right here I pushed up just a bit there, so the guys got me there. These guys jumped on me fast. And obviously, guys, that can happen. That can obviously happen. That was some time, to be honest. I was playing like a lot of missions before this game downed to me. It was trying its best. It does that quite often, but it is what it is, guys. Just always keep your composure. I have great teammates here. They were solid enough as far as like, knowing when to keep back. I could at least say that. As far as the distance aspect, they were doing that very, very well in that regard. So you're seeing us step back up out here for a bit. You want to just take these guys out from a distance, guys. You want to make sure that you see them and just get them out of there. What I'm going to go ahead and do right here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it just so that this video doesn't end up going too long, respectively, considering the 3 hours that it was. So one sec, guys. Alrighty then, guys. Here we are back once again. Guys. Once again. Just ensuring, guys, that we skipped that part, and the only reason why is because to be honest with you, that was a drone clusterfuck frenzy. They just kept kind of sending them after us, guys, spamming them, and that part was probably like an hour in and of itself, so we didn't have to sit through that the entire time. You guys have seen that. You guys want to see that part, go back into my other past videos. You see exactly how that part's worked. It's just I didn't want to have you guys sit here seeing that one part for that long. So you see us at this next part. You see this chunga kind of trying to push in on us right here, guys. We just want to make sure that we go back. Within that sense, just want to make sure that we go back. I was telling my teammates, just watch it here, guys. Just, you want to be like very, very cautious here. I was telling them that I knew that we didn't have the DPS power. I saw both of these guys come in, and I was like, damn, I was trying to shoot him from there. Then I realized, you know what? I was telling my team, just go all the way back as far as you can. Get out of their sight, and we can fight them all the way back from where we were initially at earlier. So this is legendary, guys. Obviously, when you run with certain groups, especially random groups, this could happen. It's about fighting off your back foot, guys. It's about fighting off your back foot. It's about fighting off our back foot. I was kind of trying to say your and our at the same time there for a sec. But it's about fighting off your back foot and about fighting off your back foot as a team, as a whole. So you're seeing right here, you're seeing they're trying to shoot us. Nice job by Arrow to get back. That's one thing I'll say about Arrow, though, guys. He may have not been the highest shade or had like the best build like to run this mission or any legendary mission like that, but he did know how to move in legendary. And as I've said many times in the past, guys, I don't care who you are, having that great know-how of the build and knowing how to move, not just a build, but having the great know-how, guys. I said know-how of the build, that's always good, but knowing your build and also knowing how to move Knowing how to move is a key aspect, I feel like, even like above build, because before, like when Legendary is very hard, before I even had the most highest level build, I just knew how to move, and that allowed me to still compete within these missions. So as I said, guys, Arrow, he was pretty good at like moving and knowing, you know, knowing how to listen. And like I said, guys, he was just solid at it. Obviously, still a ton of work to be done to be able to get through any of these missions like this for him on a regular basis like that. But as I was saying, though, it's just saying, as I was saying, it's just good to be able to know how to move in and out, and just know how to pick your spots, like when you need to pick them, and just having teammates that listen, as I was saying before. Overall, like, that's the greatest thing that you want to have. And basically, when you have that, everything works out. So you're seeing me right here, guys. Obviously, I'm during the second room that I skipped over due to its duration. You're seeing that I now have my Liberty build here with my Bulwark shield, so that changes the game a lot. But these guys were coming after me very, very fast, very, very hard, and they happened to get me here, guys. So shout out to my team, guys. Like, as I say all the time, they definitely got me here. They got me here. I was playing a little they did both come in, and notice how I thought they were going to both walk toward my team, but for whatever reason, they obviously, I know I was hitting them with a lot of damage, so they're going to kind of just trail me or follow me more or less. But my team had it down more or less. This guy was injured, so highly, so they're able to put him down. Working for the revive, guys. I'll show you a lot. I'll even show you my downfalls at times, because like I said, I'm not perfect, guys, despite how the great showcases you'll see how great I am. You'll see times when I go down and I'm like, damn, you know. But as long as my team takes that patience, distance, focus approach, in which they did, everything goes well. And as you're also seeing, guys, within the respective right corner of the screen, right bottom corner of the agents we have in our team, we now have somebody named Soul1239, and I believe they kind of probably just pushed in too fast or too far. As you can see, the other guy, Finan, or I forgot his name, fully, Finu, I believe, ended up leaving. And like I said, not everybody is cut out to do these missions. I could see definitely he was struggling for sure. I could say that much, like within the mission. And it's good. I guess people can exit themselves. That's always good. But it's always good to give like a notice, I guess, when you do it, because some of these agents just leave, and it's, you know, like, they're assuming, I guess, we're not going to get past the area. And then, you know, you never be that agent, guys. Please, please, never be that agent that just leaves the team. You don't think they're going to succeed. If you guys are doing decently well enough, everybody's staying alive, they're doing damage, and they're killing enemies, and they're just keeping in the pocket and taking it all a step at a time, do not be that agent that ends up leaving the squad, because that's a really, really bad rap, guys. That gives me a really bad rap. If I know agents that do that, I don't even accept them. Like, I literally don't accept them in my groups if I know they're known to do that. They just don't have a place at all in any of my squads at all. Agents that do that type of stuff. So just don't be that agent, guys. It's always just never good to have a reputation of that, and somebody that does that, because you just don't want to be known for the person that always leaves when they can't do a mission, or the person that's unable to do legendary. You know, you don't want somebody to make a meme out of you. You always end up leaving, whoever this guy's name is. So it's like, it just is what it is, guys. You just want to make sure you're just not doing that. To give your team the best chance to win, guys. We're all supposed to be on the same page. So you see these rushers coming out. You see, you guys, we kept back. We used patience, distance, focus, and we kept these guys at bay. We fought them off our back foot all the way back from the initial part where we fought them from, considering our DPS. And you're seeing how it's all working out, guys. I was just kind of telling my team, I was just trying to guide them, guys. I knew these guys were brand new, like literally, like a lot of them. I don't think they've ever probably beat some of the other legendary missions, even possibly. And they're running Tidal Basin, so it was like, I was like, this is like the hardest one of all. But if I'm here, and I know what I can do, I know my build, so I was like, I'll offer you guys the best help I can. And so this is it. This was quite the one, guys. This was quite the one. But yeah. You just want to remain patient here, guys. That's why I show this stuff. You just want to pay attention to the video. I might be going off sometimes talking about some other things, but for the most part, I just want you to notice my movements of my character, what I'm doing, and where I'm at. I do have a very, very, very lethal build for sure, but it's not just that. I can definitely die easily with this if I'm not paying attention, if I'm not directing it to where it should be directed at the time in which it should be directed, knowing how to pick my spots, when to pick my spots. You know, like without knowing that, it's not going to be any use. So that's why I say I don't really focus on builds the most. I just focus on like literally legendary know-how and like mechanics and how to move and whatnot, you know, guys. That's literally what I focus on, because as I said before, without knowing that, it's like jumping in the water and getting mad that you're wet. You know, it's like you know, you can't jump in a pool and then get mad that you're wet and wonder why you're wet. You know, so it's like you gotta know the mechanics. Just because you have a great build doesn't mean everything's gonna go well. So at least in legendary, guys, this only applies to legendary. I'm not talking about heroic or challenging, and yeah, I'm not talking about that at all. It just applies to this. I guess if you're running with key Discord agents, clanmates, or people that know the mission in and out, 3 like agents that run this like there's no tomorrow in certain Discords, and I know people do that, and that's the easiest way to do this, obviously. Then maybe they could just, you know, carry you through. But like I said, running it like this is a certain way you have to run it, so I kind of don't want to call it at times when I play this carrying, although a lot of agents will tell me I carry so many people like through legendary. But I kind of want to look at it as, when I run with agents, guys, such as yourselves, I want to kind of like let you know just how it's done, like how it's ran. Like it's not even that it's just about me carrying, whether that's the case or whether it's not. I'm just saying, hopefully you're learning from the experience and you're seeing these rooms firsthand, and you're seeing a group with random agents, how you run that and how you actually end up doing that. Not just talking about it or showing a 5-minute clip about it and then showing you a build. That's not going to help you at all, ever, guys. Ever beat any mission like this, Manning Zoo. It's just not going to happen, much less the other 3 lesser legendaries, Capital, DUA, and Roosevelt. So it's like, you just want to make sure that taking the notes down, guys, taking the experience down when it's time. So it's always all good. Okay then, guys. Okay. So we're going up the stairs here. It's the next part. So we're getting ready to get started here. You see me sending my drone after him there. Just starting to shoot. So you see us looking around. I was kind of just telling them, guys, we got to keep back on the stairs, on the steps here. Once they start bombing, as you're seeing there, you want to just keep back, like on the steps here. Considering our team, guys, there's a first to do everything, and that's why this run is very unique, guys. This run is very, very unique. This exotic gifts for random agents, part 55, guys. I fight these guys in a lot different way than I've fought them in a long time. So this depends on the group, guys. But go ahead and hit that like button to support the stream, guys. I mean, not the stream. Yikes. I'm usually live streaming, but hit that like button to support the video, guys, if you're finding this beneficial. Hit the subscribe if you're feeling very generous and it helps me out. You want to be part of my journey going upward. I highly appreciate it, guys. Very special place, my heart, for that. It's always cool. So highly appreciate it, guys. Thank you. This one's been going quite a bit. We are 33 minutes out thus far. Okay, guys, so let's see, what are we gotta get these guys out of here, guys, from this back section, this back portion area. You see, yeah, you're seeing how like they're pushing up here, guys. So usually I go up the steps. I'll usually fight these guys from the steps. I usually won't be like I'm all the way back here, but I knew with our team, I was like, nah, we're gonna have to kind of keep back. I'm gonna have to kind of utilize my build, stay between cover of these environments here. I believe these porta potties or whatever they are. I believe that's what they are. Yeah, we're gonna have to just keep our like distance here, guys. And I mean, whatever object is around, you just want to get behind it. Like you want to get like cover from it. Is more or less what I was trying to say. I don't know why it's taking me a while to find that, but you want to get cover from a lot of the environmental objects around when these enemies come, even if you have a great shield, because what that does is help your shield be maintained. So we're seeing us back the dog off here. Want to keep these guys at a distance at bay. So as I said earlier, guys, you're just seeing us keep him off here as we're keeping back. See, this dog is still here, this yellow one. We're just, you know, he's on the other side there, next to the truck. Okay, so we just want to just watch these guys. We just want to watch these guys, ensure that they're not coming in too fast. This guy's trying to like get close in on us, guys. Yeah, this was actually a lot like different than like a lot of the other teams I was running on and whatnot.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
It's like usually it can be different, guys, and I tailor it, guys. It's all like authentic, just improvisational play. That's how it is. You gotta be able to adapt the same way the enemies adapt to us, or the same way the enemies shall adapt to you playing Legendary, whoever you might be. This is just how it goes. So every time you see me throw my nade there, I'm doing overcharge and I'm getting that 7 tier, so that's always a good thing, considering it's a 6 skill tier build. So that's always good. 6 tier skill build. And this bastard robot, he just keeps trying to like nade me for whatever reason and whatnot. That's one of the things I just don't have protection on this build against, mostly, is explosives like that in that sense. So I have to still be wary in that sense, guys. That's what I mean. So like you could use a build and it could still be tough, but I'd like to incorporate a build in like this one day that actually can keep off explosives. That's the next one. I think that's one of my next major builds I'd have to incorporate in. We shall totally see how that goes, guys. Shall see how that goes. So you see us taking them out. You see us remaining patient, distance, focus. You see all my teammates move back. They're used to fighting off their back foot, guys. That's something you want to get used to in Legendary, especially if you don't have that. If you don't have a team, I'm not saying you don't have that, because obviously you can have that level of DPS that actually can hurt the enemy. But if you don't have a team overall, where overall as a whole your DPS is hurting the enemies as a whole will realize that and they'll start pushing up, pushing in, and that will just happen a lot. However, guys, if I had my Stinger Hive out, these guys would have been definitely negated from coming up here. They would have been stopped because they wouldn't have wanted to come through that. So that honestly just shows, guys, how there are many ways to go about doing this mission, respectively, or running Legendary missions, depending on what works for you and yourself, you know? So as you're seeing here, guys, we cleared these guys out. We're going ahead and pushing up now. But overall, guys, it's just been an excellent job of these guys keeping patience, distance, focus. It's always good. It's always good, guys, when you're able to do that. You always want to get it done. And like I said, guys, this video might be at times a little on the longer end at times, but it just is what it is. You know, we're pushing through it, guys. I'm just trying to show you the showcase. Obviously, we're still fighting these guys. I wasn't going to skip there, but once we're done at this part, you know, I just keep skipping to the next part until, like, you know, we're ready to go, just so that we don't exasperate all the time in how long this one respectively was, as you guys are seeing here. Seeing us continue the fight here. So I'm not trying to skip any more of the rooms. I want you guys to be able to see them. See us take them down. That second room is just unbearably beyond crazily long to get through. Although we did work decently well, but it was just after getting another agent in Soul 1239, of course. But yeah. She seemed to be a pretty helpful agent in the time that he was, you know, with us, respectively. So it's good. Agents come and go in Legendary, guys. That's what happens at times. Sadly, I gotta say, whether they don't have the time to run it, or it's just like, you know, they just can't do it. It takes a lot of, it takes grit, it takes time sometimes to do these things, guys. It's not as easy as you see sometimes on a lot of these social media platforms and whatnot, especially running with their clanmates and friends and whatnot. Running with randoms, a whole new different ball game, guys. A lot of content creators cannot even do this. Run it with randoms like this. Like, it's just, I mean, 3 complete randoms. It's tough. It's hard. And if they're all on the same page, guys, and you take patience, distance, focus down, this is what I'm trying to teach here and demonstrate. You definitely can do it. It definitely is possible to be able to do it, guys, as I demonstrate all the time. I do my best to each week, at least, when the time permits on my end, of course. Moving into the summer, going to be a lot busier, guys. So like I said, I'll update you guys. Follow my Twitter channel, my Twitter X. Definitely is in the description of this video. Just follow that, guys, and you'll see everything down to the T what I'll be doing, guys. So there's that. And I highly appreciate all the support and any of the support that I've gotten from any agents that know me and that have been sticking around with me, guys. Any and all that you do is highly appreciated. That's why I do this content, guys, and hopefully you get something out of this and you learn from it. And GG's, guys. You just got to keep it going. Patience, distance, focus, guys. Cannot say it enough. So you see me turn there just for a second, and that guy hits me. That sniper dude, I don't even know how he was able to see me from there, but he got me. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. But yeah, you want to be watching for those guys, because these enemies, a lot of times in Legendary, I have to tell my team here a lot, since they were new, like what behind the ears with it. I was just kind of trying to like say, like, in a sense of like watch their movement, because sometimes they'll try and draw your attention on a position so that you'll look one way while another one climbs up the steps and it's coming from behind, and they know they're doing this. It's just an example of the enemy being crafty, being smarter, more in like what they do, and trying to take you out. You see how this guy's trying to crouch here, way over here behind the sniper, way behind the helicopters and back tail. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like I sent my drone after that bastard. But yeah, you want to have something that can get to them, you know? You want to have something that can obviously get to them on this difficulty. Otherwise, these guys like to camp a lot. Once they feel like if you supplanted, if you planted yourself well, they take offense to that, and they start trying to move around, try and get a better angle on you, which is what is realistic. That's what they do. So I tell these guys all the time. A lot of enemies in Heroic won't do that, but in Legendary, they're definitely hip to all that stuff. They're more or less paying attention to you in real time and how you're moving, which is why it's always unique and different. Every single time you run a Legendary mission, it's never like the same. The enemies will always move in a different spot. The sniper won't always be in this one corner or somewhere in that vicinity. They'll probably start off there, but then you might see him way on the left side. You're like, what the heck? How did he move there? So it's like they're doing coordination one step at a time, guys. They're doing coordination on the fly. So it's like, that's what happens. Alright, guys, so you see us taking them out. You see these, the reinforcements arriving here, and we just got to take these guys out. Just got to keep ourselves honest here. I was telling my team, just if you guys got to back it up, back it up. Matter of fact, I was telling them to, because I was like, they're just going to try and bomb us. And they have rushers coming in, and we don't want all that happening, in addition to drones as well. They're just trying to literally Legendary push us. So it's like, once that happens, we just got to be very wary. Now they're all their little contraptions, all their stuff, a little electric stun nade. I was just telling them, guys, when you see this happen, just back it up. Totally just back it up, because when they go in the gate there, they're trying to get us on the side as somebody's coming in up front. I was telling my team, so just back it up here. They can't hit you from the gate there. They're going to have to come down, as you're seeing. I was more or less telling my team, they're going to come down there. They're going to have no choice but to come down, because we're backing up and they can't see us from there. So that's exactly what they did, guys. You know, since such a thing as running this so many times, you start realizing, you know, you just start knowing things, how the enemy reacts, how they'll respond, based off of what you do. It's like a chess and checkers game, guys, with these enemies a lot of times in Legendary. So it just is what it is. It is what it is. So you see us taking it out, guys. You see us remaining patient. You see us remaining distant. Keeping our focus. This is what I mean. You want to just keep on this, guys. It's how you win these missions. It's the only way to win them. It's how you win them. So, okay, so the medic's on this side, guys. So more or less just egging these guys to take them out. But you guys get the whole shenanigans. I won't say too much going on from here. You know, obviously, I'll just kind of pinpoint some stuff at times when I see something, guys. Try and point it out. I don't have to talk the entire video for every like portion. There'll be certain parts, guys. I just want you guys to be able to just pay attention to my movement for right now. Just pay attention to my movement and what's going on, and just see how I move and like what I'm doing. I do have an excellent build, but still, you just have to know, like in the mini map. You want to watch the mini map. You just always want to be paying attention. So GG's, guys. I'll allow you to look in right now. Don't worry, guys. I got more. The commentary is still here. It's just I want you guys just to kind of just examine what I'm doing within the room and what's going on. You see the bomber there? Yeah, he's like shooting on the left. He's trying to like get us. And right here, guys, I realized that they're kind of trying to sandwich us from both angles. So I was telling the team, let's back it back up down here. Let's back it back up down here. Indeed, they're trying to get us from both sides. So whenever they do that, you just want to back it up, rinse and repeat. Legendary is just all about finding a key strategy, guys, and then just rinsing and repeating. See the medic, the bastard medic's gonna come running up. Sure enough, like, you know, once you stay back long enough, they'll come running up. Set my drone after him, so he should be handled for sure. And like I said, guys, you want to just pick your spots and take your time. This is why I show this. You want to pick your spots, take your time, get the enemy out of there. You're seeing that nade guy. I'm up on top of that box thingy. He's trying to get a better angle on us. I was telling my team, so be wary. Lo and behold, yeah, I was telling my team definitely be wary. He's gonna try and nade us, and sure enough, he did. So you got the medic out of there. He's gone. And just using this build, guys, I know I made it like a lot easier. I was telling the agents here, I made this like a lot easier, this area, by using this build, because the enemies so highly respect this build. So it's like it's just one of those things, guys. When I use this build, it definitely the enemies respect it. But at the same time, I still have to keep on my toes, of course, because they can take me out just as fast, guys. Realizing the threat I am, so I just gotta always just be watching, guys. Told my team always be watching. So the other guy left, guys, as you're seeing. Okay, yet another guy left, guys. That's how it is in Legendary. You're seeing it's arrows, LOL, and also Charatoga. You're seeing both of them staying around, guys. So shout out to you, both of you agents. You guys come across this video, highly appreciate it. GG's, guys. Way to stay with it. It's a way to stay with the grit. Let me tell you one thing. Legendary Tidal Basin's no easy feat. Majority of agents don't even complete this, which would include also agents that beat raids on a normal basis. And the reason why I'm saying that, you know, this is like a feat like that, and is because, as I said just now, agents that beat raids, you know, Incursion, Dark Hours, Iron Horse, there's like a lot of agents that beat that stuff that struggle highly with these missions or just can't do them. So raids are just mechanic based, guys. That's all that is. While the enemies are decently heavy on hitting between heroic and legendary, I'd like to respectively say, but legendary is still top dog as far as content rigor, hardness, challengingness of the whole thing. It's legendary. Master's difficulty hasn't come anywhere close. It's probably just extra enemy spawn, as people say. It's nothing near legendary. People run through Master's difficulty but still can't beat certain legendary missions. So just is what it is, guys. But at this part, let me go ahead and just I guess we could skip over it just to make the video just that much more faster, guys. One sec. GG's thus far. Alrighty then, guys, as you see me going up here pushing the button, we are getting started on the next phase, guys. The next phase of Tidal Basin Legendary with what behind the ear random noobs, guys, to Legendary Tidal Basin. They were actually running pretty well, guys. They're running pretty well. I don't want to just say like noobs in that sense. I don't mean it like in that sarcastic type way. I mean like in the sense, obviously, of just them knowing the mission know-how and just, you know, being experienced with the mission. And these are always the runs, guys. These are like the runs in a sense why I do this channel, to show these guys that I am the real deal, and there is a way to get this done using patience, distance, focus method. Because it's crazy, guys. There's some agents that might even think I'm fake at times, and that I'm not a real channel, and it's like, no, I don't know how I would be using any type of cheat or anything to get across this stuff, guys. There's no way. All my stuff's 100% authentic. This is one channel. You can send any type of detection system, anything over here, 100%. I get my stuff done 100%, guys. And sadly enough, in these times, guys, it's always tough to get at times people to view like the vid and actually get publicity on it, considering it's like, you know, it's real content. It's not like just clickbait. I'm trying to actually show people like things. I'm doing, you know, best job I can, one step at a time, guys. You know what it is. But life's a game. This is why I do it, guys. This is why I do it. It just is what it is. It's one of those things, guys. And it's always about upliftment. It's never about thinking anybody's too high or way better than anybody, myself included. It's just about engagement and just teaching. 'Cause that's the only way the mission will get a lot easier for a lot more other agents, guys. Out there attempting these missions, you guys don't want to be sitting in a mission like this for 3 to 6 hours, and then you don't end up getting the win. You end up wiping. That could throw your entire day off, like in that sense, depending. You just don't want that, but fortunately that can happen, guys. But obviously, as I said before in the past, wiping is not always the worst thing. It can happen, and all you have to do is learn from it, guys. Happened to me in the past at times before I was where I am now, so it's like you have to just learn. The more you learn, the better. So you're seeing us keep back, guys, and as I'm saying, as you're seeing the medic right there, I just always would tell them you want to make the medic first priority always in Legendary. Obviously, if a Chunga, I did say this in the past, guys, Legendary 101, I did say if a Chunga or any heavy enemies pushing up on us, obviously light him up. That's what we're doing right now. We got to get him out of there because he's more of a threat than the medic, obviously, at this point. So we got to get him out. Once we get him out of there, I love my Liberty, guys. Really lighten this guy up. Okay, so we get him out of there, guys. And I love the Bulwark Shield too. Like, I mean, the one I set up here is very, very nice for defense, guys. I can say that much. So we're right here. We're getting the medic, guys. I'm just trying to send my drone after him, my assault drone. Just trying to get him out of there. Throwing another nade to activate overdrive. Skill tier 7, guys. You know what it is for you players, you overdrive players that like activating that. That's a key skill core mechanic you guys want to incorporate into any lethal build. You want to have at least one build that can utilize overdrive in an efficient way for yourself. That will help you highly when you're in a pickle or when you're in missions such as these. That's what they're literally for. Huge edge having that. If you could have skill tier 7 the entire time, guys, that shit would be crazy. These guys wouldn't be able to do much. I can say that much at all. I mean, no pun intended, but I meant I won't say much at all. But these guys just obviously, I'm telling you, they wouldn't be able to do that much. So you're seeing us back it up here. I was telling them don't go too far in here because obviously these guys are gonna have reinforcements. Gonna spawn reinforcements, so we want to make sure that we're in the right angle, right area. Tell my team to get back here. Don't push too far in. These guys are gonna come back. As you're seeing here, the chopper. See the chopper there? Yeah, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna try and sandwich us, guys, if we're not aware. And they'll also be coming from the left side of the door within this room here, respectively. So it's like you want to just make sure that you're at the right angle, guys. That's what I mean by when I say picking your spots. You want to pick your spots well. You just want to make sure that you're on the right in the right areas, you know. That's what gives yourself the best chance. As you see me getting bombarded there, literally bombarded, guys. And these bombers and drone spammers in this legendary attempts this time around, guys, I don't know what it was. Maybe they got super confident because they obviously knew that we were like a very, very new team or something. I don't know. Because some of the aggression I was seeing here, I'm like, damn. I mean, I know I don't have my Stinger Hive down to help, like, you know, stop or, like, you know, at least stifle some of that aggression that they have. But it's like still, even with my turret, I've never really, at times, considering I have this build on, seen them. I'm as aggressive, but nonetheless, guys, it didn't really matter much. What I was using, it didn't matter much. Since this build is tailored towards a 4 directive legendary content, they're not gonna be able to do much as long as like I know what I'm doing in that sense and I know how to run this. It's not a build everybody can run, obviously. It's like you have to do what works best for you guys. That's the whole reason why at times I don't do build videos at all, because everything works different for everyone. I used to do them at times. If you guys are interested, as I say all the time, let me know in the comment section, and I could always answer your questions there. But I'm saying, respectively, it's about the players' know-how, guys. There's so many excellent, superb builds out there, guys. There's so many out there. That's the thing. I say that to more or less emphasize that there's just totally more than one way to reach the goal, guys. And I know that by understanding that saying, you understand that everybody plays different. So the build is to each their own, but the whole way to actually win Legendary, guys, is a know-how and understanding the mission. Such as what I'm relaying to you within this video here. So that's literally just how it goes, guys. That's how it works. So you're seeing us keep these guys off. You're seeing my team back here. We're keeping patient, keeping distant from these guys. We're not pushing in too much. You know, we're ensuring that we can see the bigger picture. These guys are going from the left. We can see the left side, the center. We can see all sides, and at the same time, we can also get cover. I guess the only thing I could say that we got to watch for respectively, realistically, are the drones. That's about the only thing, guys. About the drones we got to watch for. So there is that. You always want to be watching those guys. And what helps you with that is a mini-map at times. I mean, I know it won't like pinpoint it all the time, like right away, but if you kind of pay attention to that, you'll know in what direction an enemy at least is in, whether it's a drone or not a drone. You'll just know something's on that side, and it could be a drone considering how they're spamming them. So you always want to just keep that stuff in mind, guys. At the forefront, you always want to have your mind working on Legendary. It's like chess, guys. I'm telling you, like, you always got to be thinking of your next move or what's going on, because that's what the enemy is doing to you. And if you're not doing that and they catch you off guard or something, and you didn't suspect something, or you didn't calculate something, or you calculated something wrong, that's where the WIPE comes in, guys. You know how that goes. So it's like that's the whole way you just have to learn eventually, and you will play it enough, and you'll learn it enough. It's not gonna be a walk in the park anytime. Even for myself, guys, I'll admit this. I do run it with random agents and all that stuff, but it's never a walk in the park all the time, guys. It just depends on the team I'm running with. I'm not gonna say never. At times it can be, or it can be considered what you guys would call a walk in the park. But I'm saying no legendary mission is ever that easy, especially like with random agents, guys. Especially the only way I would think that legendary would come easy is like if you're playing with key Discord agents, key friends, that all complement each other's builds, and you guys know what you're doing. That's what I would call an easy run. So a lot of the runs that you see majority of content creators do and stuff, like with key clan mates, Discord agents, that's what you would call easy. Although I've seen some wipes at times, even with that, it's crazy. But like I said, I would call that's what I would probably say for the most part is the closest thing to legendary mission being easy. You having, if you're inexperienced as an agent, you having 3 other players that are all on the same page. They all know each other. They all just, they know how to play. They know each other's builds, and they're all going to help carry you through. That would be the easiest way, like to have it done. But obviously, guys, running with random agents, that more or less likely is more likely than not never going to be the case. I'm not going to say never, because I'm going to say most likely not going to be the case, because there are teams you can run into respectively within randoms, even random matchmaking, and you can find some key solid 2 solid key agents, sometimes 3 if you get lucky enough. For you agents out there looking for that, that can happen at times. You can find some people from the same clan. It's happened with me. I wasn't looking for them. Some teams, believe it or not, guys, I actually had to leave because I was like, you guys seem like you're pretty good in it. I'm going out there to help like a team, like a group actually run this that might not know it like fully. So if I see they're a little too experienced, I'm like, okay, you guys have this. But I'm looking for that like balance, guys, that team that's actually like, I'm not saying I don't like a good team, because I have ran with a few of those teams before too. There's time to time where I do. It's just whoever I join, guys. If I happen to join you and they're like, hey, because I've said that before, and they're like, I can see what you're saying, but you think you can just help us with this one? We're just trying to run it, and it is a legendary mission. We're just trying to go through it. We usually do, but it'd be cool to have somebody else that knew it, that would make a whole team. And I was like, sure, why not? If they ask politely and it's all good, I'm like, can I have time? I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and run it with you guys since you put it like that. And we go ahead and go through it, and we have fun with it. I'll be some other builds that I wasn't like suspecting, because those runs, as a matter of fact, can actually be fun because you're able to use different builds that you weren't able to use before. Like if I had my variety of choice of builds to use in this mission, it would not be the one you see me using here. I realized I had to use this build because I'm like, we're not getting through this mission if I'm not using this one. With all the perks it has and everything I need to do, and considering how new our team is, our experience level, I was like, I'm gonna have to use this one in that sense. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. That's why it's always good to have different builds. But for the most part, guys, solid agents. These guys stuck through it. Stuck through with it. As you're seeing, there's another guy here, AimZ33. I don't think I addressed that earlier when we got here. The other guy left. As you're seeing, you'll get agents always leaving. But Arrow, LOL, and Charatoga stayed all the way, guys. And AimZ33 is with us right now. He's the next agent. Let's see how long he shall stay with us, guys. I will not spoil anything. Does he end up leaving? Does he not? Who knows? It's all up in there, guys. But anyways, That's just how it is in Legendary. I'm just kind of trying to let you guys know this, emphasize it in a sense, like just kind of pinpoint it, make it known, because it does happen like normal, in a sense, like at times like breathing, depending on the Legendary mission you have, there'll be people leaving in and out, depending on how they're playing or a certain way they think you're playing or something they think they should be doing. It's about all of us just being on the same page, guys. I never tell anybody how to play, but obviously you want to play just cautiously. So you see us defending there, as those drones just came around the corner at that time. We took those out. There's 2 more in the distance there. You see, so now I'm using my drone to take that out, guys. As you're seeing my beautiful bulwark shield defend there. It's always nice, fresh, heavy defensive build, especially when you're low on health. This is like a defensive slash hybrid DPS build, so that's that. But as I said, guys, it's more than just what you're seeing. You have to be experienced on how to use it, where to move, what to do. These guys can still nade me. They can still hit me decently, fairly well with that. Just wouldn't be the best scenario of being hit by 2 bombs. It would definitely down me in that sense. Using this one, but this one's lethal and a definite kryptonite to anything else they have coming outside of the bombs, I could say. So there is that, guys. It's always cool. So you see us clearing out this room. We're trying to clear it. I'm just telling them, just watch all the angles, watch the mini-map. We more or less have this here. We just gotta keep our composure, guys. Just gotta keep our composure. And man, they just never let up on these drones, do they? These suicide bomber drones, they just never let up on them. They just keep trying to spam us with them, guys. What is going on? 4th of July is not here yet. It's a few days away, but I mean, come on. How can they be like trying to tag us like that? Come on. Give us a break. These guys just spamming drones like there's no tomorrow, guys. 4, 5, 6 of them. I haven't seen the enemy spam drones like this in a while, so I'm interested to see if the devs kind of did a little uptick with Legendary. They always tend to do that at times, from time to time. I think when they believe or start thinking, it's starting to get a little too easy for certain players. I don't know. Okay, so far so good, guys. We're going through it right here. Showing you the run still, guys. Showing you the run. This definitely is a long one again. Some of these are a bit out there. We're like an hour in, possibly. But I could cut these videos down, guys, a lot to make them very, very short. But the thing is, you wouldn't see all of this. You just see a little portion of it, and then it would just skip to the next room, and then boom. I think once you guys get the whole gist of things, and I get to that level of where I'm known, that's kind of how it'll be. It'll just be like intervals of areas that people find the most challenging or something, and we'll just skip along. But I like being able to bring this to you guys. One sec, let's skip to make it faster. GG's. Alrighty then, guys, so fast forward here to the next part of Tidal Basin, guys, Legendary. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, we are into this one. These are how the Legendary missions are, guys. This is the real grid of them. So what we did, guys, is we respectively, all of us here, all of my teammates here, we devised a strategy, and I was just saying what we were going to do, more or less. We're going to do the two on the bottom, 2 on the top, as I did. The first time I ever did do it was with Legendary Tidal Basin 4 Directives, and I was like, you know, judging by on this team, we're going to have to just do something here. We're going to have to kind of run that here just to ensure our best chance of victory. And what I said I was going to do, I switched to my Stinger Hive, as you're seeing there, and I said I'm going to put that there in front of them to work as kind of more or less like a barrier, so that the enemies will think twice about coming in, because they highly respect my my Stinger Hive. They highly respect my Stinger Hive, guys, the Legendary enemies. So I knew I could put that there. It has a few charges. It has a good amount of charges. I was telling Arrow, it's Arrow, to literally stay up here with me, because he was a healer, and just kind of throw his heals back there when Charatoga and Aim Z33, who are the 2 that went down, respectively. I was just telling him to kind of put the heal box out over there, like on the back area, so that they can heal and get cover in the event of. So we just kind of just devised a strategy, guys. I was kind of just trying to let them know. They were asking me more or less to let them know which players to go where. So I kind of just, you know, I guess I chose it decently well, I guess I could say. Played it long enough to know. So I know by the way these guys, by the way that the agents, by the way these agents were running, who would pair up. I assume better with who, you know. And I could be wrong. Maybe I might not be all the way right. Maybe somebody else would have paired up better, but I don't see how that would have been, considering the circumstance here, guys. So you're seeing the hive down there. You're seeing the hive down there. I'm set 10 charges still. So I'm telling them that this Chunga is coming in. Watch for him. Or actually, is it the Chunga yet, guys? Hold on. Yes, it was. Okay, yeah. I was thinking it was like a normal enemy kind of for a second, kind of just trying to skid on up sneakily, but no. It definitely was him, so I was trying to do my best to take him out, guys. And this is one of the parts you're going to see that's definitely can get hectic. That's why I said we had to run it like this, because if we didn't, it wouldn't have been good, considering they can come through the door. There's so many different areas they can come through, so we just want to keep that in mind. Okay, so you see me getting him here. Got to get this Chunga out of here. And one thing I always want you guys like to know, as you'll see coming up here as we're taking these guys out, you always want to keep the medic at the forefront. Always, guys. You always totally want to keep the medic at the forefront. He has to be the first priority. And you're going to see why within this respective demonstration here. You take the medic out because it can get into a very sticky and crazy situation, guys. Talking like tornado twister situation. I mean, you definitely don't want that, because that'd be like swimming in like a cyclone or something. Like, you know, like you don't want to. That's not like when you want to be swimming. Chances of getting out of that, not the best, you know. If you're even able to even swim in one. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So like, you know, I just kind of emphasize that. Just kind of say that just to emphasize. You want to get the medic. So you see us shooting here. That dog has bombs. So we're taking that purple dog out. We're down here. I'm throwing my hive back out. It was at 13 charge. Okay, so quickly back to 11. So it's taking these guys out, guys. You see what my hive is doing? It's doing an excellent job down there as it's able to take these guys out. Keeping these guys at bay at the same time. So it's a lot of it going on. It's tough. So you see Arrow here. He has the heals down there, the box with them at the back. This is the way you could take it on, guys. If you guys are seeing this, anybody having trouble with this part, you wipe a lot here. This is a way to tackle this section. This would be the best way. Although I'll say this, guys, as I said in my 4 Directive Legendary run of this as well. I was just being lethal in that one. More like, you know, just on par because it was a very important task. But this is also a very important task too. So the same applies here. And basically what I mean by that is that whoever stays up top, up here, has to stay alive, because we're supposed to be giving ground support. And if we're not alive to give ground support and these guys are down here and Arrow dies and he's supposed to be throwing a heal down there, what do you think happens then? You know, so it's like, it kind of sounds a little easy because you're up here and there's an ammo box back here if you need it, although I didn't need it. I had a good enough build. As you're seeing right there, I'm telling Arrow where to find the ammo to go back, but also watch his back, because these guys at times do tend to shoot through the window when you don't have as great of a build or something to repel them off. And they also can shoot you from down there from the back. So you have to be careful depending on where they're at. You see me throw my hive out there again. It backs the Chunga up. Backs him up just a bit. So yeah, guys, it's just this whole thing, rinse and repeat. We just got to keep like our composure. That's all it is. So you see we're still here, guys. So I want you guys to be able to take in what's going on. These guys are coming up right here. They're pushing up. They're pushing up. You guys know Tidal Basin. I was kind of telling my teammates here. I was like, Tidal Basin and Manning Zoo are complete different legendary juggernauts. I like to call them legendary A's. And the other 3 legendaries are legendary B's, meaning Roosevelt, DUA, and Capital. Although not easy at all in their own right, guys. It's still legendary. Do not get it twisted. But it's like, and just in the rigor, like just how hard they are, guys, and how in terms of the toughness of them and the grit. Manning Zoo and Tidal Basin are Legendary A, and the other 3 are B. So you want to beat the other 3. If you've never ran Legendary, do not go into Manning Zoo and Tidal Basin first, or if you're struggling with Legendary content, because this most likely runs like this won't happen often. It's definitely not normal with this. I was glad I was just able to offer help with them, and that we were all able to get stuff done. For that matter, we're all able to help each other out. Everybody was able to be on the same page. But I can guarantee you guys, more often than not, I'm saying like probably 85% to like 95%, more often than not, this will not be the case. I'm gonna go ahead and say 90% of the time it will not be the case with random agents. So that's a very lucky 10%. That's being extremely generous, though, of even a chance of it happening, guys. But that's just how it is at times. But it's like certain agents that you get now in the event. I say 10% in the sense that in the event you get somebody that can get someone that can obviously get like some agents that 2 agents that know it, or 3. You run into like a clan group or something like that that's offering to help you out. So you guys are seeing right here, they're both down. Obviously, they were down for some time. I just didn't mention it. Was obviously mentioning things elsewhere, but you're seeing Chartoga and AIMZ333 went down. And what we want to do here, guys, I was telling Arrow just to kind of keep relaxed, and just kind of, if you have a revive hive, get it out for them and just throw one down there. Try and see if you can get one of them up, get them standing back up, and maybe get them back in the fight, guys. That's our key thing we want to do up here by giving them support. Sadly enough, these guys pushed through. I believe it was during that point, or around the point when Arrow went to get ammo. I believe it was. And that can happen at times, guys, because you gotta like, it's just tough. You see me throw my hive down there. My hive's doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, not able to take that chung out yet, guys. So I believe Arrow did throw a revive hive down there, guys. AIMZ333 is up, and now he's trying to revive Charatoga, but I'm not sure how that goes, guys. I didn't like when I was running this, I wasn't even paying attention. I was just kind of watching here, doing my job on this end, hoping that they'd get it done as I battled these guys. So I was kind of just battling the enemies off of them as they were respectively getting their revives done, and hopefully bringing everybody back. That's what you want to do, guys. That's what you want to do. You just want to be able to do that. So the strategy that we devised definitely did work. So it's just about knowing the mission, guys. It's about knowing the mission and knowing how to go about it. Knowing what works, what doesn't work. I ran this too often to not know or have a good enough insight of how it might go to that degree. So I'm throwing my hive back out there. It's at a 9 charge. It's decent enough. I see this guy's trying to push. Throw my nade for the overdrive skill tier 7, guys, and we are starting to roll the ball here a little more. Okay, so you see how these guys, they backed up just a little, more, a little much. We're starting to kind of get, the upper hand on them here in that sense, guys. We're starting to get the upper hand on them. You want to just keep, your composure. I don't want to run up too much, guys, but this room, it can change fast. As you guys will see, like I said, you just always want to be pinpointed, patient, distant, and focused, guys, on legendary difficulty. That's just how it is, especially with random agents, guys. Cannot stress that enough. But it's always interesting, guys. It's always interesting. I can honestly say that. It's definitely always interesting. Because every group you run with is always different, and there's always different ways to go about it. All sorts of areas. But the whole thing is just keeping in the fight, keeping the battle going, keeping the grit going. Just being an agent that just never quits and just keeps it going. You want these guys to get us out of there on our shield. Literally, you know, like you don't want to just go down like nothing. You know, you want to fight these guys. You want to give yourself the best chance, and you just never want to give up, guys. You always want to have that positive attitude. And I think the agents here, the agents I'm running with, do a great job of doing that. Especially Chartoga and Arrow that have been with me from the very start of the mission. So there's that, guys. Even before it, I'm inviting them. I did promise them. I was like, I don't know if we can beat it. I was kind of saying at first, like considering the party, but I was like, I can get you to the end though. That was my first initial thing, and I was like, you know what? We could definitely get it done. I only say that because it was like this one was ran like at a certain point early in the morning for me at a time when I didn't think I was gonna have time. If that makes sense. So yeah, you know, you never know, and like I said, it was a good run in that sense. But definitely not a walk in the park, guys, as you are witnessing and as you are seeing here. So you see me staying up here, or like keeping up here just to be able to see, like, you know, when the other enemies spawn and they get reinforcements. It's better for us to still be up here. That way we still have, like, you know, a safety net instead of going down there, guys. But we will go down, and there's teams that I've gone down early with, depending on the DPS and how we're doing. But with this team, I was like, I wanted to stay very cautious, stay up top if I didn't have to go down just yet. And just see what's going on, guys. I was just allowing AIMZ33 and Charatoga just to respectively push. I was telling them respectively push. Don't go in there too fast. Do not die in a bad spot. That can totally happen so fast, guys. You can die in a bad spot so quick. I was telling them just watch your spots, guys. Try your best not to die in a bad spot, and it'll be it'll be all good. Like if you can at least manage to do that. But I just told them respectively push, like, you know, to try and see if there was any more waves. So it's not always bad to kind of push up, but you just have to know how to do it. And there, you know, you don't want to get too close. I'm telling you guys, patience, distance, focus, as you'll see here. Why I say that. I say it all the time. You guys see me say it like a broken record. It's funny though, but it is my it's more or less my trademark of it, guys, of the division, more or less, Division 2, and winning tough content. It just is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I would love it to be my trademark as far as what I present. But yeah. So you're seeing us up here. You're seeing AIM Z33 there, guys. He's like a little close. So I was kind of telling him, I understand you're trying to get these guys, but kind of just, you know, I was telling him kind of like come back here in a bit and kind of like fight him from the door, you know? Like he's trying to get somebody from a distance, and this can happen with a lot of teams. So when this was coming back, I was kind of telling him to come back. So and this dog was right here, so he did a good job of right here as you see him coming back. Yeah, he did a good job of coming back. I'm listening, definitely. Thus far, definitely listening. It's always good to have agents that you know, follow directions to most of the time, you guys, you know? Agents that follow directions most of the time. Because it's like, you know, there's certain times where it's like, you know, here and there, which is understandable, you know? You got to learn at some point. There's no better learning phase than having experience, but obviously I don't have the time to just run just to wipe. Run for hours just to wipe. Due to experience, guys, we got content to make, we got stuff to do. So it's like we want to make sure that we're winning this stuff, and that we're doing what we got to do and taking the necessary precautions to give ourselves the best chance statistically of beating this mission, guys. That's my ultimate goal at the end of the day. Okay, so you're seeing AIMZ333. He kind of was up there a little bit to the point he couldn't get back. And that was one of the reasons I was telling him to kind of like, you know, back it up, because our safe haven is back behind us. When I was saying that, you know, Arrow's still up there, he can still throw us the heals. There's no reason for us to be up there that far. And this limit messes up the whole chemistry, guys. So you're seeing right here, no knock on AIMZ33. You know, maybe he didn't, like, you know, he wasn't experienced in it, didn't know. But that's why I was trying to tell people, like, you know, and if they listen and follow, like, what I'm saying, as you're seeing Arrow, like how he's still alive there. You see Chartoga, he backed up. you guys will be alive. You'll give yourself the best chance. That's all. That's the only reason why I say that stuff, guys. But you're seeing right here, guys. I just want to demonstrate it to you respectively how one agent going down on a 4-man legendary tailored mission can make it a lot hard, because it's like 4-man tailored legendary AI coming after us, and we only have 3 people. In a sense, 2 people, sort of, really, because I don't know how much DPS Arrow is able to put on him, or if he's putting on him. He could be putting something on him and whatnot, but like, I mean, just in the sense that me and Charatoga are down here right now battling these guys at the moment. Arrow is doing an excellent job up there, definitely throwing us heals and stuff, and that's what they're supposed to be doing. That's what they got to be doing. But we're down here in the nitty gritty, and you just got to know how to move when you're in this stuff, like, in order to stay alive. So that's more or less what I mean. So it's like we got to practice patience, distance, focus. Great play, by the way, Charatoga, Arrow, and aim Z 333 up until this point, my friend. Excellent game. Excellent game. I wish you would have stayed around, like, in a sense, but it is what it is, you know. Everything's for a reason, but like I said, yeah. I guess aim goes down here, and I guess he gets, in a sense, I guess, unhappy with it. But we're gonna focus on the video. Just focus on what we have to get done. And it's nothing negative. They didn't say anything negative or anything. They just kind of, like, you know, never be that agent, guys, that leaves. Like, when you see your team in a situation like this, and you know that you pushed up, you did something you shouldn't have done. We were more or less just, you know, telling them, you know, just don't do that, because I was telling them earlier, guys, believe me. When you die on Legendary, it's very hard to revive depending on the spot you're in. We have all this crap right here we're dealing with, so it's like, this puts us at a detriment, guys, because we're battling 4-man AI, Legendary AI, with just 3 agents. And although I've done it at times on my own in the past and stuff, it's nothing like fun, and it's nothing funny to have to do when you have to do that, because you're teetering on a wiping, you know. Nobody wants to be sitting there feeling like you know, you're gonna wipe like any second or something like that. You want to keep your confidence up, guys, and this is just this is one of the I would probably say this is one of the most lethal areas of patience, guys. Practicing patience with what you're gonna see here, because it's like when you get in these situations, it could very much look as that crappy bomber got me there. I don't know how the hell he saw me that quick, that fast, and got it so precise. But yeah, whenever you're in these situations, guys, it is fast to become, like, you know, panicked, thus affecting your gameplay moving forward, you know. So you see us here with the drones here. Yeah, I'm going up the steps here. I'm jumping over the rail. Yeah, it's just yeah, you can become panicked fast here, guys, considering that, you know, your teammates are down. And this is why I always stress this, guys. By one team going down, teammate going down, it makes it a lot more hectic. You're seeing me get bombarded like hell, bullets in all directions. We're trying to get these guys out, guys. Doing our best to get them out. Our team doesn't have the highest DPS, you know, so we're battling it. Me, Arrow, Charatoga, and Charatoga, battling these guys, fighting it. We are not giving up. We gotta get this, you know. I was using the strongest build that I had, as far as, like, being lethal, and it's the most offensive. I don't know if it's the fastest at melting enemies as my other builds, but it is strong in terms of defense and power. Ironically, as I just go down there, but still, like I said, I haven't been down in a bit there. Shout out to Charatoga reviving me there, guys. This one was just a grimy one. It's a fresh new team, guys. This is, like, you know, it's most likely the kind of stuff a lot of agents wouldn't believe. Like, you know, they'd be like, really? They were this shade? They were really, you know. It's like, yeah, it can be done, guys. It can be done. Patience, distance, focus, decent, lethal builds. It can be done. Shade's just a number, guys. I don't know how many times I gotta keep proving that all the time in these playthroughs. But highly appreciate any and all of you guys that got this far in the video. You guys are the real ones. And please, for me, guys, any of you guys that got this far, type real in the comment section so I know that you got this far. I'd highly appreciate that, because I know that you actually got to this area of the video, and I'll know who my hardcore agents are. And let me tell you, once I know who you guys are, you guys can ask me anything. I will definitely get back to you. I'll answer you. I'll get back to any questions that you guys are asking. So just type real in the comment section, guys, REAL. So let me know that you made it this far to the video, guys. You made it this far into the video. We're in this pickle, so GG's. I'll appreciate it, guys. Let's continue the video as we continue this sausage battle frenzy, guys. This sausage fuck frenzy. Okay, so bullet fest frenzy. I'll say that one, or we can probably just say bullet whatever fest. I don't really want to have to use any more curse words, so it is what it is, guys. Let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So let's keep the demonstration going. Let's keep it professional here to that extent. So you're seeing us, we're looking around the area, guys. It's not done. And as I said before, guys, as far as reviving, AimZ333, if you come across this video, it's just it's not easy to revive in Legendary. That's why you got to pick your spots well. And when you do die, even when you do die, you can die a lot closer and near your team. So I was telling the team here, do not go out there and risk your self-rim. You can't do that. Even if you had a hive, I mean, if they have a hive, they could do it. But I was just saying, we got to focus on battling. There's 3 of us. Too many times agents go out there to risk their life for an agent that was, you know, they died in a bad spot, and then they end up dying, and then the entire team is just, you know, destroyed now because of that one agent dying in a bad spot, which led the other guy out. You just don't want that to happen. That's very frustrating for people playing that I've heard about doing that. Been in groups like that before, but I kind of count it like that, guys, because some groups I'll bring back at times, and it's like there's certain things that I know is a wipe, and it's just like, no, that would have been a wipe, so that's not a good move that they did. So I'll let them know that was not a good move. Like, you know, you moved up too fast like that. You put the team at a detriment. Nobody wants to play this long and then wipe. You know, nobody wants to do that, obviously. And there are mistakes that can be made, but you got to learn from them. You got to be humble with it. You know. I don't mean humble like that. I mean just you got to be respectable. I mean, you can be confident. There's no problem being confident. Some people get confidence mixed up with cockiness. And it is what it is, guys. It's just about being able to take telling, teaching, and whatnot from people that know it. Obviously, better than what they do. That's ran through it a few times, and as long as they can do that and take that down in order to learn and just get better at it. At least as far as I'm concerned, guys. Anytime I throw any type of pointers out to anybody, it's not for me to say you suck, or I'm just that much better than you, this, that. What's understood doesn't have to be explained, guys. Nobody has to go around saying that. Most of the time, if somebody's saying that, they're definitely not that. You usually notice that the real ones won't really have to mention anything like that, you know. I just kind of go about doing what I have to do and letting them know what they got to do, and just to get better, guys. Better the community. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's not about bashing anybody, because people keep coming into these missions being bashed. They're not gonna want to run them, obviously, right? So it's that's the case. You want to just do the best you can do. And what you're seeing here, guys, you've seen that as that medic drone revived that guy there. You are seeing how I was telling my team, I was like, damn, we got to get rid of the damn medic. He's bringing everybody back. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing here. Notice you're seeing what you're seeing here. Yeah, he's trying to revive somebody else now. The medic will turn everything around, guys. It'll definitely turn everything around in that sense. That's crazy. And you always want to, you just want to make sure you're on them though, guys, because when you're not, it's crazy. And I just want to say shout out to also to Arrow up there. You were drawing the by being up there, you were drawing the drones. I don't know if you're I guess they were just kind of trying to go after you. So it's just a device strategy, guys. It's an excellent strategy. I first did this strategy when I did Legendary 4-man Tidal Basin. Legendary 4 Directive Tidal Basin. That was 4-man also. That was the best way I could think with my squad, like to do that, and it's a great strategy, guys. Okay, let's see. You just want to remain patient here, guys. You're seeing the whole room. I'm showing you guys this whole thing in grid. I was thinking I was going to shave it down like a little more, but I won't do that except for in between rooms, guys. I want to show you the rooms. I want to show you how it works. It's easy for somebody to show 5 minutes of a room. and them not fully completing it. You know, anybody can do that, guys. I can make fast videos like that. A lot of those videos get a lot of likes and whatnot, thumbs ups, but I don't know, guys. If it was me, that's how I run, and you see me get the results I get. I go to like authentic channels that show things that actually, like, you know, they're showing how to do that. They're not just talking about a build that can do it, but they're also like giving you a demonstration. I understand the whole fast video thing because people want to everything fast, but it's like every now and then, even if you don't want to do it all the time, because everybody's talent level is different, obviously, guys. It's just, and everybody's time is different also as well. It's just, you could at least do like one video like out of every 2 weeks at least of 30 minutes, even if that 30 minutes of you running that build and like actually doing something within an entire room of a certain portion of a legendary mission or something. Like, there's nothing like that. It's not even like, I'm like, I don't know, some of the people putting that stuff out, I'm like, it is what it is, guys. But hey, my channel's for those of you guys that want to do this stuff with random agents, guys. That's more or less what my channel is about in that regard, you know? Because I like more or less like know how, you know, hard it could be to find groups with this, guys, especially if you're not used to running this content. It can be very daunting. You can be thinking, damn, will I even find a group? But much less if I find a group, what will we be able to do? Will we even be able to get anywhere in it? And it's all just a step at a time, guys. It's all just one step at a time. The more you do it, the more you'll start knowing what's going on with that. It'll all be good. But we did, however, guys, we got another person with us here, Nate Peets. So he's from UHH clan. So welcome, Nate Peets, 007. And it seems, guys, like I said, this agent was very solid. I'll go ahead and say it right now. He accompanies us all the way towards the to the end. And he was solid agent. He knew like more or less how to run the mission. Had a very solid DPS build. Like I said, he complemented our team very well on what we were doing, as you guys will see moving forward. But thus far, we got all the way here. So it was cool. If you come across this Nate Peets 007, excellent 007 shooting. What more can I say? And cool, man. Hopefully, maybe one day we'll run it again at some point. But GG's. Let's go ahead and fast forward just so we're not wasting our time too much here, guys. Alrighty then, guys. Here we are once again, back once again. Fast forward, guys, to the next spot of the Tidal Basin mission. So the next phase, guys, this is another spot that I actually devised a plan when I did it for Directive Legendary Tidal Basin. I kind of stayed up here and we kind of fought at the back with me having a hive to support him, but I was like, you know what, in this run I was just assuming maybe we could do a little different. I was just still thinking of 4-man for some reason. I mean, for Directive Legendary for some reason, just by the group's experience, and I was just like, we just got to be better to be safe than sorry. So I was just kind of like hovering up here for a bit, but then I was like, you know, after a while, I was like, you know what? I might as well go down and assist them and help them out at some point. So we're down here now. That's why we're down here now. We kind of just came down. I was like, you know what? I have a good enough build to be able to kind of just face tank these guys from a certain distance, and just as long as I watch for the bombs, it should be good, guys. You're seeing all this dust around. This is crazy, guys. You're seeing this purple guy right here. He tried to flank on us on the left. Always want to be watching, guys. The mini-map, I saw him. I called him out there, and I was telling my teammates, yeah, we got to be watching on the side because this guy was coming right up from behind on us sneakily. I'm not sure if any of my teammates happened to see him. So it's like that can happen. They're holding the middle, though, so GG's. Alrighty then, guys. Okay. So we're still battling here. You're seeing us battle. Obviously, seeing shots come from everywhere, that's an obvious norm on Legendary, guys. The fog obviously doesn't make anything any easier. It's just crazy how they had that come in. This game was just, man, I don't know. Just trying to have our number, guys. It was really trying to slow us down. But all it does is further emphasize what I'm trying to say, guys, as far as patience, distance, focus. I was telling them just to keep back, keep patient. Let's just take them out. If we can't see, do not push up. I was telling them just kind of watch for the enemy, watch for where they're at. They're gonna try and be sneaky enough. They sneak around already as it is with no fog, and just having this dust storm as it is here, whatever the heck's going on, this fog, it's really changing the whole tide of this fight, guys. It can rather. It didn't change the whole tide of the fight for us, for sure, because like we kept the same momentum. We knew what we had to do. That's why I'm saying having patience distance focus works. Patience distance focus always works in that sense, when you can utilize it. But this can very much so, guys. I'm gonna say it right now. I'll say it right now. Like this can very much change the tide of this fight. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it like that. It can very much so do that. It could cause teams to wipe that otherwise would not have wiped. There's so much that could happen just by it being like this. So there's that. We just want to make sure that any team that you're in, guys, you just want to make sure that you're aware. I only say that to say that. So I was telling my team here, just watch, because the chopper is going to be coming at some point back here. I was kind of just letting them know that there will be one, and we don't want to be sandwiched, obviously, guys, right? We don't want them to come in from the back of us while there's enemies at the front, and so they're getting us on our blind side. We just definitely don't want that, guys. You know. So you basically just see us here, still navigating the fog, guys, and just trying to do the battle. You know, taking it one step at a time, guys. Patience, distance, focus. Can't say it enough. We are like we're some time in, guys. We're like about an hour in. Hour plus in. You know how this can go. I'm just trying to show you guys the rooms. Could always trim it up to make it a lot faster, but I just want to show you guys the whole grit of it, guys. That's why I do this content. This is a reason. So it's always fun, guys, always fun. Appreciate anybody that tunes in to see this. Anybody that'll see it later on in the future. Highly appreciate it, guys. GG's. Appreciate any and every last one of you guys that are here, real agents that are here to actually see how it's run, and just want to get pointers on how to do it. That's what I'm here for, to do, and that's hopefully it helps the community out, makes the community better. I know Legendary is no easy feat, guys. It's a lot easier said than done, but especially with random agents. But the more you do it, guys, the more experience you'll get, the more comfortable you'll get, the more you'll start to utilize and understand patience, distance, focus. And you could also apply patience, distance, focus, as you see the chopper there. You could also apply that within heroic missions, challenging, hard. It really doesn't matter what it is. Whichever difficulty you view as challenging when you're working up from, respectively. You can do that there, and that's even better. The lower the difficulty, the better, because by the time you get to the higher difficulties, you'll know it like bread and butter. And at that point, you'll be able to just do it like breathing. You'll be able to just, go in and out. And you'll know how to more or less run it at a higher level and be more used to it, So that's always a good thing. So you see us taking these guys out from a distance. You see us taking them out from a distance, guys. We're watching them right through the fog. And I do have my assault drone, so my assault drone can see them. Fortunately enough for me, obviously, my assault drone can see them through the fog. So that's always a good thing. I think I just saw a medic there. Yeah, we got to take him out. I always emphasize to my team, we got to take these guys out. And I just show you guys this long play because, like I said, running with random agents like this, people really don't know what it is, really. It's not just a fast run like what you see these content creators do. I'll say again, they're running with Discord agents, key friends, people that complement their builds. It's not randoms like this. So just to get that straight, guys, just to get it straight, this is a whole different ball game doing it like this. So somebody's got to show it. I haven't seen anybody much show it like that, as to the capacity I'm showing it like this. So whether they're capable of doing it or not is another thing. But I'm just saying, got to be honest, guys. It is fun. It is fun. It can be fun. You just have to know patience, distance, focus, guys. Maybe some of them just don't know patience, distance, focus. Maybe they just got to learn it. Hey, you know what channel to come to learn it, guys. This is it right here. This is how it's done. Not only do I talk about it, guys, I tell you, I show you, I do demonstrations like this, showing you how when you practice this stuff in a mission, when you're so good at it, even if you're with people that don't know it, you can still do it. I know obviously there's a level of talent, guys. I know that that is the case as well, but I'm saying apart from that too, guys, I've seen agents on my team do some miraculous things. Although not being the most talented, I could tell, but they were doing some stuff, and I was like, you know what? There's promise there. Down the road, they make for a solid agent, solid acquisition to any solid legendary team. That's what I mean. Agents like that. That's the agents I love to work with, guys. That's how I'm able to get missions done, such as for Directive Legendary. If there wasn't agents out there that knew it, how to run certain stuff, and just knew how, Legendary to the degree of that level, like, at the same level as I know it, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of those missions. 4-man Directive Legendary mission, I wouldn't be able to do it like that. It would just be a lot harder. And I say 4-man tailored because obviously I know guys at various other agents solo legendary missions at times, but that's 1-man tailored. It's definitely not a 4-man tailored enemy legendary mission, because there's more enemies and different stuff like in 4-man legendaries, as opposed to just being one person, whether you have 4 directives on, whether you have no directives on. So it's like you've seen people solo it, but that, like I said again, that's tailored for just one agent. So if you make a solo build, a lot of agents told me you can definitely solo legendary missions if you just make certain builds and go after and make solo builds. If you already have the skill set, because they'd always be telling me, solo this, and I'm like, I don't really have too much interest in soloing, guys, to be honest. I've went to like DUA, I think, got like nearly to the end with it, and I didn't even make a legendary tailored solo build. It was just off of one of the builds I had, and I like nearly beat DUA solo by myself. So it's like I could see that, but it's like there's just a certain type of play you have to do in solo, and it's like certain type of builds you have, considering it's just you. So there's players for that, and shout out, kudos to those guys. But this is a whole different ball game I'm doing right here. If you were to tell anybody that solos legendary, I'm pretty sure if I were to tell them, hey, I go through legendary with 3 random agents, they would rather solo than take 3 random agents through legendary to make it a 4-man legendary with agents that might not be as skilled, or maybe like 2 agents that aren't as skilled in the mission. Like they'd rather, for the most part, they'd probably say they'd rather solo the mission instead. That's probably easier for them, instead of taking random agents through it and literally having to instruct them and tell them like what to do and how to do it, and you actually winning the mission. So hey, teach their own, guys, teach their own. But you're seeing us battle right here, guys. You're seeing us battle right here. Okay, so we're keeping in and out, guys. I was more or less telling them to just kind of watch on the side with where like this rock's at, more or less, like just to be able to get more cover for when the enemies come in. You could actually like see them, and you can also dodge the bombs. So what I was more or less telling them, guys, before like we even came inside this room, I mean, as we were at the foot of the room, just to start the spawns of these guys, the engagement, I was just letting them know, hey, you want to use this rock area as cover, and the nades can come over the rock, so just be wary of that. And also watch on the side corner of this rock that the drones don't end up coming in and blindsiding you and hitting you out of nowhere. That's what I was more or less telling them. So you see me getting my overdrive there. Yeah. So you just want to keep patient here, guys, at this area. You always just want to keep patient here. You do not want to get too carried away. A lot of groups tend to start getting carried away. They want to go out where that log's at. They want to try and attack these guys more closer. And you just gotta take your time with it. Just gives yourselves the best chance statistically at actually defeating the mission, So we're doing a great job thus far, guys. Maybe agents come across this. Excellent. GG's. Excellent. Good game, guys. Maybe at some point we might fall across each other's paths again at some point, maybe. Who knows, guys? But doing a mission such as this, always great. Always great. Definite potential for a lot more. I could say that with this specific squad doing other things, but it's all good. So you're seeing us battle here, guys. I'm using my bulwark shield. As I said, once I switched to this build, it was like just a lot easier because the enemies respect it. I get my overdrive, skill tier 7, and Once that happens, guys, it's just, yeah, it's just a matter of if, not a matter of if, but when. That's all it is. So it's like, as long as I stay cautious though, guys, as long as I keep patient distance focused as well, patience distance focus, it'll be all right. It'll be cool. But I totally have to keep that and keep that in mind. Okay, so you're seeing this medic over here, guys. I want to make sure we take him out. Excellent job by my team. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, we want to make sure, I was just emphasizing that to them. We want to make sure we get that guy out of here. Do not want him getting there. Can turn into a very hectically bad situation. There, very hectic, bad situation if that medic is free to reign there. And another thing here, guys, you can go ahead and take out these robot dogs because they can't be revived. They can't be healed. So it's like, they're like, I guess, if you can't hit anybody at all or you can't get anybody's life down, if anything, it'd be best to start off with them. As you're seeing, Nate, he kind of went a little much out there. He had a revive hive though, so I was just saying, it's got to be more so just careful when you're out there like that. As far as the spots you dying, but he had a revive hive, so that was all good. On that note, on that time, of course. Okay, guys. So you're seeing us here. You're seeing us still battle. You're seeing us still battle, guys. You're still seeing the hecticness. You're still seeing us battle from right here, guys. It was a long run for both Arrow and Charatoga, huh? You guys come across this. This was quite a long run, wasn't it? From start to finish, guys. And even despite me trying to like chim it down, it's still a little long. So you're seeing how Nate, he kind of went down a little bit there, a little quick. And I was like, I was just letting him know, just watch your spot, watch your area, because what can happen right there, as where he went down from, these guys, if I wasn't out here like this, these guys could like just start like spamming the hell out of drones, knowing that they're down like that. They're down at that specific spot, and then what will happen is all those drones will come around the corner and start lighting them up as they're trying to heal him, or as they're just about bringing him back, and then it'll kill them, and then that's just a chain reaction. Now there's 2 people dead. You just don't want that, guys. That's why I say you always have to just be aware of where you're at, that you don't die in a bad spot. And that's just one of the things of Legendary, guys. I know it sounds harsh because like a lot of times people are like, damn, I can barely make a mistake much. I'm like, yeah, that's more or less what it is. Like, you got to run it like you can't make a mistake. Like, mistakes are the enemy most likely capitalizes on this mode off of mistakes. I know on challenging, heroic, they probably for the most part don't capitalize off of your mistakes. You can still do stuff. As long as you have a great build, you can make all the mistakes in the world and still get away with it. In Legendary, guys, when you make a mistake, more often than not, guys, depending on the mistake, and more often than not, will lead to a wipe, depending on who you're running with. It just is what it is. 90% of the time, I'm going to go ahead and say 95% of the time, making a mistake in Legendary leads to a wipe. That's why this difficulty's, that's why it's the hardest difficulty, and it makes sense. It wouldn't be Legendary if it wasn't like that. So it's like, it just forces agents to have to play, and if they're playing really lackadaisical, making a lot of mistakes, and I guess they just gotta sharpen up on their play and their focus. That's why I say, guys, focus. That's where focus comes in. You gotta tailor your mind towards what you have to do and get it done. Patience, distance, focus, guys. It's all in the name. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. If you know all 3 of those things, all 3 of those aspects, you will see how you'll start getting better progress in the mission. I can't say that you'll guaranteed just win it, but you'll start seeing the progress that you respectively get within these missions, guys. I cannot stress it enough. This is why I show this, guys. You see me do this in and out, in and out. I've been doing it even longer than my numbers, as I said. It says number 55, but I've done it a lot longer than that. That's just as far as when I started keeping count. So it is what it is. But I'm just saying in that regard, guys. If you see me doing it like this, it's definitely possible, guys. I don't know any of these agents. None of these agents are my friends outside of after I run with them, because they never knew who I was. That's mostly how I make a lot of my friends in this game, guys. It's not people I legit like know like that. It's just people that I've ran with, and they're like, I gotta be your friend. I just have to be your friend. And I'm like, okay, it's cool. I don't mind making new friends as long as they're down to earth agents. They're cool. They don't seem too toxic or anything like that. I always give a clear nod. It's never a problem, guys. Never a problem. GG's. Okay, so we're taking these guys out here, guys. We're taking out these guys. And I think we might skip up this part on this next part just to get it a little bit faster to when the chopper comes, just so we don't use up as much time. Obviously, guys, this thing it's getting up there now, so we're just trying to ensure that we are able to keep it at least the most respectable level as we can, guys. I mean, I know it's past an hour plus and all that. It is what it is. This is for the very hardcore agents, guys. My channel is for like the very like hardcore agents that run this game to win it and want to know actually the actual grit that it takes to actually win these missions and what it actually is. This is my channel right here. So like I said, even some agents will be like, well, now that they know what it actually is, they're gonna stop playing it. I'm like, by all means, I'm just trying to present to you what it is, because you're watching some of these YouTubers and they're not really, they'll run with some groups and they'll do it so fast, and then people don't know they're running with key Discord agents and stuff. I'm like, it's totally not like that with random groups. I don't even know if that creator could even do it with random groups. So that's a whole nother story. So it's like, I'm just seeing that, guys, because there's so many great builds. As I said again, I'm touching on it again. There's so many great builds, so I don't really focus on telling you guys about builds. I'm sure you guys already have more than decent enough builds. It's just knowing how to run this stuff to actually win it. That's all it comes down to. And so as I'm healing there, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fast forward here. So I was going kind of in and out as they were fighting in there. There wasn't much going on here. So just to save some time, guys, 1 second. You just want to kind of work in and out at this part. And just keep kind of checking for the chopper as I was doing, because I was trying to tell my team to go all the way back. I'm in that corner there. Gives you the best chance with the chunga. But yeah, guys, 1 sec. Okay, guys, so after fighting in this room for like a while and going in and out, as I said, you're going to see the chopper come down as I'm hearing it. It's coming down. I'm telling my team to run kind of back, because I was telling them to kind of, pay attention, notice when it's coming. But, they ran decently well. Usually not everybody always at times can make it back. At times, the team can make it back, but our team was solid, guys. So the chunga went up there. I was letting them know to kind of just hold it off. Hold them off. It's Arrow and Chartoga. Excellent movement by them, guys, to just get back like fast like that on time. Nate obviously up there. I could tell Nate Pete was definitely experienced in Legendary, guys. He definitely was experienced with it, considering he had no modifiers, guys. This is what I love. I kind of view modifiers in a sense as a mini like cheat code, which is why I don't really like use them. I'm like, there's so many lethally great builds you can make without them. And I feel, as I always say, the devs could have more or less exercised more content rather than modifiers and whatnot. But it is what it is. Kudos to those that the modifiers help. If they do help you get past content you were earlier struggling with highly, then hey, that's always a plus. That always can be a plus. So GG's, guys. And shout out to all the agents I ran with in this one, guys, on this one. Legendary Tidal Basin, no easy feat, guys. Never an easy feat. With random agents, no matter the group, no matter the shade, it's never an easy feat. So anytime we get to the end, guys, kudos. And please type in the chat if you made it this far. Real 2, guys. As I said real earlier at the last interval, at the last area. Go ahead and type real 2 here if you made it this far. The word real, R-E-A-L, with a number 2, guys. This is one way I can totally know who makes it to which parts of the video, who watches it, guys. And as I said, those of you that show me that you guys are watching the videos like that, you comment in the comment section saying that. Whenever you guys ask me something about anything to do with this game, I'll definitely get back to you ASAP about it. And, realistically, because I know that you actually are watching the video and that you are taking in what I'm saying, so that you are actually trying to better yourself, guys. When I see an agent is actually trying to do that, I'll actually further extend my arm out to them, guys, more or less. So 1 sec, let's go ahead and skip this right here, guys, because we went through this many times, just to be able to let the video be a little shorter. GG's. Alrighty then, guys, fast forward to the final room of Tidal Basin Legendary, guys, and we are in the final room, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and we are going to go ahead and tackle this final spot, guys. Exotic gifts for random agents, number 55, guys. It's been quite a run, guys. This is much more newer group, much more wet behind the ears group. But we did get Nate Pete on our team, and that definitely did help assist us as far as like within this room, guys. Always good. He did a great job with the guns, as I helped keep these guys off, keep them busy around, keep them off of Chartoga and Arrow, as I believe Arrow or one of them right there were just shooting the thing. And I'm just trying to when I have my skill tier 6 build out here and I'm sending my drone after them, it causes a lot of problems for them, guys. It lets them not have to focus on them, lets them have to focus on me, and I have my shield, so I know I'm like good in that, right? So you just want to just keep your composure here, guys. Keep battling. You want to have like a teammate that can definitely go out and take the guns out as we're drawing all the attention. You see that 2 of 3 now, so that's excellent work by Nate to go around doing that. You always want to have an agent like that, guys. Just for the record, anybody watching this, any one of you guys watching this, you want to just make sure that you have an agent that can go around and take the guns if you're not yourself. That's one of a very key aspect within this room. And one of the plans that we had, guys, obviously, as it should be done, is we all did agree on going to the corner, the right upper corner. You guys know the spot that run this mission. At that, the ending. You ran it enough, whether on heroic or legendary. That top right spot area on legendary, that's the best spot to go to once like all the guns are taken out, guys. So that's more or less what Nate suggested, and I definitely highly agreed, because that's more or less what I always say as well. Like I always say, if we can make our way up over there, fight them from that spot, it's always best. But it can get a little hectic, as each spot can be in this room, guys. So you see me take these doggies out. There's 3 of 3 turrets deactivated, so all of those are out of there. So all we got to do now is focus on these dogs, guys. And you want to stay to the end if you got this far, guys, because there is an exotic that I definitely do end up dropping for one of the agents here, guys. So you want to be able to see that. If you're interested in seeing all that unfold or whatnot, then yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we're just you want to just keep focused here, guys, because this room in legendary, it shows like the true real grit of it. It just so happened that me and Nate Pete 007, he had like an excellent DPS build, I noticed. And also Chartoga had a really good shield build for the shade level that he's at. Like I can honestly say that. Not saying that Arrow didn't do anything, but I'm saying his shade, it's really tough. He's relatively still new, but hey, experience is experience, my friend. If you're watching, I beat my first legendary between shade 58 and 68, so you gotta start somewhere, and I was nowhere near as lethal as I am now when I did that one. That one took even longer than what this one took, guys. This one was initially 3 hours. My first ever legendary victory in a mission was 4 hours and some change, I believe. So that, yeah, it was one of those matchups, guys. So it's like, it is what it is. But honestly, guys, you just want to take things one step at a time. It's literally just as simple as that. So you guys see us here now on the left side as I made my way over to here as I was speaking on those other matters, guys. You saw how I came over. You kind of want to do it in between waves, because if you do it when the wave's fresh coming out of that center spot, that could be a really tough spot to be in. However, if that does happen to you, just kind of keep trying to utilize your roll function or go from cover to cover to move a little faster so the enemy won't hit you. There are ways to get around that at times, but you just want to always make it this most smoothest transition and safest way possible, guys. As I say all the time in my other videos and my past vids, I'm an agent that does not like to be hit that much. I like to be hit with as least bullets as possible, take as least damage as possible. I'm going to be shot at, obviously, a ton, but if I can take the least damage possible, whether I'm using a shield build or not, that's me playing up to my standard of the way I play. I know everybody does play different, but hey man, patience, distance, focus is just in my veins, guys. It's in my veins. Huh. What more can I say? It's in my veins. What more can I say, guys? So that's why I just try and showcase it to all of you guys, because it works so well for me. So I know if it works like this for me, I'm like, it's gotta be able to work for another agent. And so up here, guys, this is gonna be a hectic part. So like as I always say, And as I said before, guys, patience, distance, focus. It's funny as I said that, but up here you can't really do that much. There's certain times, like I said, guys, if you watch my videos in the past, I'm saying certain areas of the mission do require you to get nitty and gritty and close up. And this is one of them. This is one of the spots. So you just want to be like patient and focused here. Meaning you want to be acting lethal, but coordinated at the same time, you know. And that's where patience and focus comes in. Distance, not so much, guys. You're not going to get so much distance here. So that's why I exercise them all three, because all three of them won't always be present. But if you can exercise the one you need to exercise, whatever that is, whether that's meaning that you got to be more focused, you got to be more distant, or you have to be more patient, guys, it's going to fall down or come down to one of those three all the time. I mean, obviously you're supposed to have a good enough build and whatnot, you know, that just comes with it, but it is what it is. So I like how Arrow called the medic out in the back in the chat, so I like that. Communicating while fighting, not the easiest thing to do as well, but that just shows me that these agents, they're honed in on it. I mean, I honestly take my hat off to any agent willing to even run Legendary, guys, considering I know what it is. Like, literally anybody willing to actually come jump into this and actually test their wit with this, no matter what shade level it is. I'm not saying come in like, you know, completely unprepared, you never tried your build out, you never, like, you know, had an idea of how you're going to use it. I mean, like a respectable player. Anybody that comes in here and actually, you know, puts themselves out there and actually realistically tries to compete in this level to actually win. They have my respect all day, guys, because there's like a few agents at times that come in here. I mean, a good amount that'll come in here just to try it out, just to kind of horse around a little bit, or just see, like, you know, what happens here and there. And it's like they've never been to Legendary Summit. They don't really run on heroic much, and it's like that's just not gonna work. It's not the mission for that. But yeah, agents that are actually realistically trying, guys, that's how you get realistic results as far as winning the mission, such as what you're seeing here. We're just trying to keep ourselves patient, guys, as the mission's definitely not done in any shape or form yet. As you see me get the overdrive back there. You just want to keep patient here, guys, with your squad, whoever you guys have. Definitely running with randoms. You want to be around this area, this gun up here at the top. Once you get all of the guns out, this is the best spot to be in. So you're seeing us get this chung out. This bastard came up on us, guys. See, this is where my revive hive would have been. You know what I should have done? I didn't do. Yeah, I probably was thinking of you know, the revive, not the revive hive, the Stinger Hive. Damn it, I keep forgetting about it. The name of it, I keep saying Revive Hive, but Stinger Hive, guys. If I was using the Stinger Hive there with that Chunga, he would have been out of there way quicker than what he was there. So it's like, it just depends on what you use, but at the same time, guys, I would never have been able to send my drone after these crappy bombers back here. These annoying as hell bombers, guys. They keep just trying to bomb us from the side there, as you're seeing there. And you want to get these guys out. You don't want them to be there. My team's on the other side. I'm trying to deal with this guy. Trying to throw that nade to overcharge myself again, overdrive myself to get that skill tier 7, guys. Can never go wrong with that. So we're just trying to fight these guys off from the top, guys. That's all this part comes down to. You just want to remain focused and patient. So you're seeing another wave right here come down, guys, and that's one thing about Tidal Basin. The last area the waves come, you're seeing the medic. We want to take him out pronto, ASAP. However you calculate fast, and the fastest you can do it. You just obviously want to get the medic out as quick as possible, guys. So you see me here looking at the bomber. There's another guy to the left of the bomber right there. You see me just eyeing him right here. This bomber has full life. I think the other one ran off. You see me throw another nade there for the overdrive. Just trying to get this guy. Keep these guys off of us, guys. Get this guy out of here. Keep them uncomfortable, because that's when they can start pushing up from both sides. They'll start pushing up from that other angle as well. So we just totally want to keep watch on them. I started watching these drones, guys. These drones started getting very annoying. Coming up on my team like that, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to send my drone after those ones and just ensure that they're not getting to us and causing issues like that. So those bastards go back like that and try and bait you to come out. Just chill, keep your spot. Pick your spots, choose your spots, keep your spot, and you'll be good, guys. Never bait, go into the enemy's bait. I was gonna say never bait the enemy, but I was saying never go into the enemy's bait. Sometimes they'll try and bait you out there by being weak and running off, so you can follow them while their other teammate is secretly flanking you or going around setting up a certain angle, a perfect angle to be able to get you, depending on where you're going in the room or environment, be it weather, whatever legendary mission, guys. But obviously more so in Tidal Basin and Menning Zoo, obviously those being the two A-grade legendaries, you know. So you're seeing another small like wave came out here. There's a Chunga right there with him, so we're definitely keeping him in the sights. We want to get him out of there. I was telling my team just keep cautious with it. This bastard's gonna try and push up on us and come like fast. So these guys were more of a threat. So we want to take them out, get them out of there. Okay, so we got them out. Okay, so we're also trying to take out these drones here, guys. But yeah, you just want to keep an eye on whoever's there. There's another Chunga right here. I'm not sure if it's the same one that came over fast or if that's like a different one, guys. I didn't quite see, but yeah, this bastard started coming very fast up to us and started like gaining ground quick, and that can happen. You just want to make sure that you're able to sustain that, keep him off. You have enough DPS, guys, you can keep him off. He'll start walking backward. You just want to just remain focused here, guys, patient and focused. I was telling my team, don't get carried away here. We're close to finishing this out. Obviously, I didn't say that, but I said to just, you know, keep focused. I was just saying, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Do not let up. Do you see arrow go down there? The grit does start showing up here, so some of the agents, you know, if you're not geared or you're not used to it, it's definitely going to show. I mean, but I am using a 4 directive legendary build, so it's like that's the whole thing. I feel that made this a hell of a lot easier than what it would have been had I not been using that in order to offer support in areas. And yeah, and it just goes all around to the whole team, guys, because obviously Nate went around, got the guns as we were supplying the enemies and keeping them busy with gunfire and ammo. You know how that goes. So it's like he went around and got that. So it's like, guys, it's all about working as a cohesive, structured team and unit in order to get this stuff done. That's all it comes down to. Unless you create a solo build or you're a solo player, then I completely, totally understand that. I've seen a lot of players about that. Like I said, guys, I mentioned that already within this. You know, solo's made for one. It's tailored for one, not as many enemies. Kudos to those people, guys. I've known a few people in the past that did that on a regular basis. They were just solo players, but for whatever reason, at times they'd run like with randoms and they would wipe at times, and I don't know, they somehow not wipe all the time, but I mean they would die often when they're on my team at times, and they would say they'd had times when they would wipe sometimes in some of these missions depending on who they're running with, but they could solo the mission like nothing. So it's like they were just saying solos, it's like a different it's a different thing. So like I said, you can't really compare it with a 4-man legendary soloing. It definitely is hard because you're on your own, but you need if you tailor a build for just yourself, it shouldn't be the hardest thing to do, is what a lot of agents tell me as far as soloing this content here and there. Although, yeah, it's definitely still a feat to do that, and shout out to the content creators that do that. So we all have our own niches, you know? We all have our areas of expertise. Running with 3 random agents is never something easy. Every solo player, as I said before, has always told me, hey, as always, I'd rather run solo than with 3 randoms. Okay, guys, so you saw the memento there already. It went off the screen already, obviously. Same mission completed. So Arrow saying GG's, thank you all, guys. It was an excellent game. I'm telling you on my channel, guys, life's the game. Highly appreciate all of you guys, and I want you guys now, finally, the ones that made it all the way here, to type real number 3 in the chat. So REAL and the number 3. That'll let me know that you guys made it all the way to the end of the mission, and I highly appreciate that. High thanks for that support, for your support. I was right here asking who needed this memento because they all got exotics, this being the weekly legendary. That's exotic cachet. So obviously I got that. But as you're seeing down there in the bottom left corner, Arrow was saying he's been looking for it the whole time. Saratoga said he had 2. So Arrow said he was looking for this one, guys. So Congrats to It's Arrow, LOL. What a run, man, from the beginning. And also Charatoga, you guys both were with me from the beginning. But most importantly to Arrow, here you go. Hope you enjoy that memento that you got. I know how hard it could be for some of these bags to drop. And also shout out to Nate for stopping by on the team and helping out, man. Always great. It's always crucial in this final part of Legendary to have an agent that can go around and help out with those guns, guys, because this last room is definitely no joke. I had definitely my build to help make it easier for him to go around like that as well, with the enemies not being so fixated on, like, you know, one person, or giving them room to breathe, you know? So GG's, guys. This was long enough. This was long enough, guys. You're seeing the stats there. It is what it is. 146 kills. That's interesting. But the stats don't always show the best. What happened, guys? I always told these agents, I was like, the stats have nothing to do with it. There's sometimes the agent that gets the least amount of kills did the most as far as room movement and all that. So that's literally how Legendary goes, though, guys. But life's a game. Appreciate it, guys. Do not be shy to hit that like and subscribe button. We got a lot of heat coming in, guys. I promise you on that. I promise you on that. You guys already know how that goes. You know what it is, guys. Gotta get that selfie. You know how it goes. And that concludes Exotic Gifts for Randoms number 55, guys. Take care, and GG's.